Hello guys, it's Will here again, taking a look at another Warlord kit that I've bought recently. This one is more of a one I bought due to I read some rules about it, and later on once we finish priming this thing and we show it off, we'll go over the rules and why I picked it up. But this is an Italian vehicle, which also the British can use, and it is a Desert Africa themed model, so it is more geared towards that setting, though it was used in other parts wherever the Italians served. This is the Saharian AS42. It is basically the Italian Jeep, but it is a gunboat basically. For this one, I'd recommend, if you know somebody has a 3D printer or you have access to Rubicon, which I now know where I live, updates from people that are in my community have been telling me that they are now coming here and they have been slowly filtering into shops. So thank God for that. Rubicon is great if you want a model like, say, the Katusha that I have. That's like the worst model I ever built from Warlord games. If you want that, but in plastic for cheap, or at least equal pricing, and has equal to maybe a little less to slightly a little bit better on, especially on their newer models, detail, go with those guys. But for this vehicle, until I fully open this up and build it to see the detail, which Warlord stuff has always been really good, for the cost, at least from where I get my stuff, it's not worth buying. I'd recommend getting it instead as Rubicon, or 3D printing your own version of it and using spare crew members from Warlord games to put them in there, because most 3D prints are built around either Flames of War or bolt action. So with that, we're going to open this up. So we open this up. We have our instructions. If you've never worked with resin before, highly recommend taking a look at this instruction manual that comes with it. It's basically a safety guide, and it'll tell you like how do you fix warps, how to glue it, how to clean it safely. Remember, wear dust mask when filing the stuff, well ventilated, or a sort of, your spray booth when you're filing this stuff, or safest way is to shave it down. That way, and you clean up, don't let your pets get to it or your kids. Here we go, we got Becky. This is different, it's got some writing on here. And okay, so this thing is huge. This thing is a lot bigger than I thought it was. Okay, that makes sense for the cost. Look how fucking huge this thing is. For detail, this is the Kubelwagen. I understand its price now, but still, holy bejeebus. That, and it next to a Werewolf from Conflict. Woo. Spice. Okay. You can actually fit full crew member in there. Yeah, we do have full-size crew members. So let me zoom in on that for you guys. So we have this guy with binoculars, I think, or oh no, he's a machine gunner. So machine gun with the hat. Again, these are multi-heads. All their stuff is interchangeable. So if I wanted to make this Bezalgari, I could. Whatever. I could make this British if I wanted to. Giant-ass tires with holes. I like all their wheels have guide holes on them for the most part. We have more ammo and gas cans because the whole sides are supposed to be loaded up, or you can leave them empty if you want to put your own stuff on it. So yeah, you can do, or again, like you can do these gas cans that go on another side. So you can do a mix of both or do these. Again, they would load these things up with just all the gas cans in the world to, ride in the desert. Here we have the Beretta machine guns. We have headlights, steering wheel column, and driver. So yeah, this would be a model if you wanted to, and they could even do it. A windshield with the lights. Another seat. So yeah, if you wanted to, you could. If you wanted to, you could get some spare models from your, say when you buy a plastic kit of Italians, you could use a couple of them to, if you have a weapons crew, like if you buy the bottle, like the starter army box, because you get a weapon team in there already, like your sniper team as a spare, depending on which one you get, you could use 2 of those models to be standing dudes in this to represent dudes in and out. If you guys want some info how to do that, I made a removable base for my RAM transport tank for my Canadians, where the models can come in and out, so it represents people inside. If you want to see that, I can kind of show you guys how to do that, but this is sick. So with that, I'm going to go build this, prime it, and when we come back, we'll talk about the rules and maybe why you'd want to use it, what's the advantage of having it, what have you, whatnot. But yeah, we'll see you guys in that section. But here we go. We'll look at the model here. Here it is, primed in the cheese color. That is the Vallejo stuff in all its glory. And we'll just zoom in here. Ignore my hand. I don't wear a glove. I should. I'd recommend anyone who's going to be priming wear gloves. Here we go. We have the model right here. Got a dude drinking some wine. Got the guns. Normally this gun is supposed to be up here. So this model is kind of weird in the sense of rules. But it is really nice. It is chunky. But yeah, let us get into the rules, which I'll have popped up on the screen right somewhere around here. You'll just look at the version that is on the reinforced platoon. This card can also be used for another version of it. Or this is basically like their the British version of the Bren carrier, so it has a lot of options for upgrades. So it can be a transport, or it can have there's a transport version, and there's armored, basically this version with a lot of machine gun fire like a Stuart. It can also be upgraded just like the Bren carrier, where it has the ability to get, you know, anti-tank guns, autocannons, things like that. I think the Bren carrier can't get an autocannon unless it's like a German one or something like that, some specific version. But this one can get the autocannon. Another thing about this too is, from what I'm seeing, is you can only get it as a veteran, but still 78 points for a veteran. That is an armored card slot. It's pretty sick. It's got dual directional steering. It also has an ability that if it goes through rough ground, it gets 9 inches in one pivot, 190-degree pivot. And it is, if you want to know what the rules are, it is located on, I believe, page 83 of the soft underbelly book. So in the new Italian unit section. You can get, it is a soft skin 6-up, which kind of weird, but it is a car. But it's an armored car, so you'd think it'd be a 7 or something, but I guess it's very open-topped, which it is very much. It doesn't say on here that it is, but I'm pretty sure it's open-topped. But it says it's not. So I think that's just an Easy Army mistake, but it is an open-top, all purposes. But it is, you can upgrade both machine guns to be MMGs. You most likely can get 3 machine guns on this thing if you take the machine gun version. Or you can make both of them HMGs, which are what's modeled. These are the HMGs, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. You can also then get the Slowthorn anti-tank rifle on a 360, so that goes in the middle platform, which then would eat the transport capacity of this. Or you can get a light autocannon on the same thing. So the nice thing about this is, if you're playing an Italian army, especially you want to play small model or you want to play armored, and you don't have an auto Belinda, because that I would take that over this for that, but it is only 78 points for veteran, and you got yourself a 360-degree cheap autocannon. That's pretty good. So if you want basically an open-topped version of the auto Belinda, that's basically what this is. It's just a, you know, cut roofed, open roof, whatever it's called, version of the auto Belinda. If you're really good at 3D printing, you could 3D print that top that holds the turret. So for having a vehicle that looks cool, it's cool. Would I recommend this over the Auto Blinda? Probably not, but you could take this as the transport version, which is why you'd want it, and I'm pretty sure it can hold actually a good amount of people. It does have dual steering recce. It does have the rough ground transport thing, so you can move through a lot of the sand missions without being, you know, slowed. It's cheap, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I can see why you might want to use this, but it is definitely one of those pieces they make that are more of a historical piece for certain settings, or just to give you more options, because that was made at one point in the war. But that, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna go continue on making more videos and stuff here, and then play some games. We'll see you guys next time.